Welcome to the Knowledge Find viewers. Today I'm going to starting a new playlist to easier the Java coding practice. So I'm going to begin with a startup project that is making to-do list in Java. If you are not refer the basic programming upon the Java programming, this is another playlist you can refer from our channel. Let me start the today topic with Java exercise with code and explanation to making to-do list in Java. I'm going to begin with the question to make the to-do list. The requirement to create the to-do list, that is, I'm going to create the to-do list class under the Java. I'm going to implement the following methods to add, remove and print tasks. So I'm going to implement the add method, remove method, print method. And actually I want to get the user input. So I need to use the scanner method. And another thing, actually the to-do list major function is to add task, print the existing task and remove task. After removing the task, we need to print the current task. So that is the actual function of my to-do list. After the all of the functions completion, we need to exit the program. That is the another thing. And here the another thing is, when the user want to remove the task, we can remove by the index of the task. So those are the requirement, and upon the requirement I'm going to create the program, that is the to-do list. Let me move to the coding part with an explanation. I'm going to use the Eclipse IDE. Here I have already created the project upon the name, that is Basic Programming 1. Under this project, there's the package that's called Basic Programming 1, and here I'm going to create another package. So just right click on the project and need to select the new and create the package. I'm going to name it as ToDoList. And under this package, I need two classes. One class name is ToDoList and another class name is, we are going to execute the code from the user side. So I need to put the name for two class. First, I'm going to name the ToDoList class. I'm going to create the class that is ToDoList. ToDoList. And another class that I'm going to run the user input, I'm going to name that class as run demo. You can put any of the name as per your wish. Here I'm going to write the functions or a method for the to-do list under the to-do list class. Run demo class is allocated to get the user input. So I'm begin with the function. So I open the to-do list class, and here first I need to start. I need to store the daily activities under the array, because we are using array to store the list of things. So I need to use the array class. So go to use the array list class, because we need to print the list of things, which means the daily task, because the to-do list is used to store the daily task and remove the task. So we need to keep the task in a list manner. That's why I used array list. This is the class. So under the array, we are storing the text value. So we need to put the data type, that is the string. I have used the array string. That's why I use this less than more than icon, and under this icon you need to put the data type. And here I need to put the name I need to create the array list variable name. So you can put any of the name. I'm going to put to-do list to task. Put a name as to-do task. That is the name of my list I have created. Here there is an error. I need to import the array list class. After the importing, you can find this line of code. Then I'm going to fix this array list variable, which means to do task, as private, which means we can use this variable inside of the class. Yes. And here I'm going to use the default method, which is constructor. The constructor is same like a class name. We need to provide the same name for the constructor, class name and the constructor name, both are same. And inside of this, I'm going to create the variable which is to do task. You can put another name also. I am using the same name. Here you need to create a new array. New array list. Here same, this is the array, that's why I need to pass the string. I'm going to enter. Yes. And another thing, that is I need to create the method for add task, remove task, print task. So I need to write 3 methods. First I'll begin with the add method, add task method. I can use the void method. So I am going to use void method, which not return any data type or the value. That's why I have chosen the void method. And I need to name for this method. I'll put the name as add task. You can put any of the name. Yes. And another method, I need to write the method for the remove task. Just copy this method. Just paste, and I'm going to rename. I'm going to change this as remove task, and I'm going to change print task. Yes. Within the add task method, I need to add the task. So inside of the method, I need to add the task. So inside of this method, I need to pass the parameter. So I need to add the task. The task is text. So the data type is string. Here I'm going to create task. You can put any of the name for the parameter name. And here I need to add this new task to the current to do task. that is the current list. So I need to update this added task to the current list. So there's the method that is add. And inside the method, I need to pass the argument because this is the argument. The new task name is task. So I've created. For the remove task method, we need to remove the task as per the array index, which means array position, array value. So inside of this remove task method, I need to pass the array position. So the position is number. So I need to put the data type as integer, and I assign the variable name. The argument name is index, and here also I need to remove from the current list. So the current list is to do task, and here this is another method that is remove, and here you need to remove this by the help of index. Yes, I finished this part also. The another thing, if you want to print the task, you can put sysout. Under this sysout, you can put task. And here, when you are printing the tasks are stored upon the array, which means they are located in the separate index. So you need to use the loop function. So I'm going to choose the follow. And here, first I need to initialization. So I am starting with the variable that calls I. You can use any of the name, and I put initialize with 0. Then I'm going to check whether is I less than the to-do task size, because I need to check size. Then if it's right, we need to increase I plus plus, which means I is equal to I plus 1. So here this is the position to compare whether this I is more than or less than to the to-do task. If only I is less than greater than to-do task, we need to update the, which means increment the I value. And task size, this is the method. So I need to put the bracket. And if it yes, I need to print. So I'm going to use sout. Inside of the sout, I'm going to print the IE, and here I'm going to put the colon, and I'm going to put the plus again, and here I'm going to get the list. I'm going to use the get method, get by index. So index value is I. Yes, all are finished. I have put the variable. I put in array list. The created variable name is to-do task, and I set it as private because I need to use from another class through the default constructor. And another thing, I have declared another variable, created the variable to add task and remove task and print the task. Under the print task, I use the for loop because I need to loop the task, because we have created multiple tasks. We are going to get the task by the help of finding the index, and also we are going to remove the task by fetching the index value. So those are the things under the to-do list class. And another thing, the user of the system is the user. So user needs to access this class. The class name is run demo. So the user needs the scanner class because the system needs to get the user input from the user. I'm going to use the scanner class. I'm using the object that's called scan. You can provide any of the name. So the scanner, inside of this, we are going to display the user input under the system. This is system input, and here also you need to import the class. And another thing is, then now actually here I need to access those methods under the to-do list class. The to-do list class is separate class, so I need to create the object for the to-do list class. Through the created object only I can access the to-do list class members. So I need to create the object for the to-do list. You can provide any of the name to create the to-do list class. And here, and yeah, the system wants to ask the user to enter a command, whether the user want to add or remove or print or exit. So the system display the message. Yes. Another thing, if you want to run the code before the scanner class import, I need to provide the main method because we need to execute. So I forgot that. Okay. Then another thing, system needs to display the message. The message is enter a command add or remove or print or exit. What do you want? So this will appear on the system. Then user need to send the input. So we need to declare the variable to get the input from the user. Here the command is a string, which means the text. So we need to create the string data type and variable. So I'm going to create the command equal, and here I have created the object for the scanner class, scan dot next line. And another thing, that is I am going to use, I am going to check the task. So first thing I am going to enter a task. So system will ask sysout under this ask the user enter the task. And here also the same thing, the data type is string because the user needs to enter the task name, that is string. So here also I'll put the name as task, and here the scan, that is the object name. This is the string data type, that's why I need to use the method from the scanner class, that is Nixsala. Yes, that is also finished. Then I need to after enter the task, this task should be added to the existing or current task list. So the current task list name is to do task. So under this to do task, we need to add. So actually we have created the object name for the to-do list members. The object name is ToDoList. So the new other task should be added to this object ToDoList, and here I need to call the add task to add the task, and here add task. Task. ToDoList. And here this is showing an error because in the to-do list class under the add task method I have passed the argument which is the task, that data type is string. So I need to pass this task because we are getting the task name from this name, so I'm passing this. Okay. Then another thing is enter task finished. Another thing, if the user want to remove the task, so under the S out, here I'm going to enter the remove task index, and here we need to enter the index. Actually we wrote a method to remove task. Under this method we are passing the argument, that is integer data type argument. So here also we need to get the index from the user, then only we can remove the task. So the data type is integer, the index is the number. So for the numerical value we need to use the data type, that is integer. And here I'm going to put the index equal. Here also I need to use the object that we have created for the scanner class, and for the integer method that is the method that's the next int, and if the user another chance or possibility, user can use the string, that's why I use this method. After removing the task from the remove task method, so just copy this method, and here I'm going to put the ToDoList because we are going to access to-do list members through this ToDoList object, and put this. Here there is an error because I need to pass this index, because inside the remove method I have passed the argument index. So that is the thing. Mm, yeah, yes. And another part that is I'm going to align and I need to rearrange the sequence of the system. So I need to use the following things because this is a system. A lot of users need to use this system, so we need to use the loop to to the to use the continuity. And here, and I'm going to break the system also. Mm, yes. The remaining thing is I want to print the existing task, and if the user wants to exit the system, I need to write the code for the exit system. And if the user put any of the invalid command, I need to write the code for the invalid command also. Those are the things remaining. And here, and another thing is if the user enter a task, the system asks the user to enter the task. Uh, at that moment, the system needs to check the user inputs. So I need to use the condition. I'm going to use the if condition. Under the if condition, I need to check the command that entered by the user dot equals method, which helps to check the data type and the actual containing string, and check if the user enter as add only, user able to add the task. And another thing, I need to check another point to remove the task. So I'm going to continue the condition. That's why I'm going to use the else. Under the else if I'm going to do the same thing. Command dot equals, and here the user puts the remove, and here use able to remove the task. Another thing, I didn't write the code for the printing, so here also I'm used the else. Inside of the else if I'm going to pass command dot equals, under this print. Then I need to add ToDoList dot, I need to call the print task method as I have already written. And here I didn't pass any argument, so don't need to put inside of the method. Don't need to put any of the argument inside of the method. And another thing is, just copy this. I need to write the same code. Copy. I'm going to change. If the user put or select the exit, the system should break. So that is function. And another thing, final thing is if the user if the user enter any of the string value rather from the add, print, exit or remove, the system should print this is as an invalid command. So that is the thing. I'm beginning with the scanner task to get the input from the user, and here I have created the object for the to-do list class because the methods are under the to-do list. So under the object, which means under the created TList object only, we can access the created method from the to-do list class. And another thing is I need to use the while loop because we need to continue this is as a system, because there are 4 things under the system: add, remove, print, exit. uh, uh, if the user input any of the data rather than from the four following things, the system should print the invalid command. And if the user enter add, the added task should be added to the current list, and then the updated task will be displayed. And if the user selects or enter the remove, the from the task list, the task will be removed upon the index. It will be removed by identify the index. We are getting the index from the user. Then we can easily remove the task. Then the current task will be print. So that is the main function of the system. I'm going to run the code. So I'm going to run the class run demo, that is the user class, and here this is the execution. Enter a command. I'm going to add the task. I'm going to enter the task school homework. That is the first task. Just I'm going to print the task whether the added task has been added to the list. Yes, it start with the 0 because there is a start with the 0 index. I want to add another task, so I'm to meet friend, and I want another task, birthday party. Yes, and here I want to print the task whether the 2 task has been added or not. Yes, 0 school homework, 1 meet friend, 2 birthday party. Here I want to remove the task, so remove. I need to put the index, which means the number. I want to remove the number 1. Then I need to print the existing or the current task. That's the number 1 task is meet friend. Meet friend has been deleted, and then the birthday party is coming under the number 1. Here those are the 2 tasks. And another thing is I want to put any of the invalid character JHF and enter. This is the invalid command, and I want to print the task again, and here I want to remove the task, so I'll put remove, and here I need to enter the index 0, and here I need to print the task list. The 0 is school homework that has been deleted. We can only get the birthday party task. I want to exit the system, that's why I put exit. Then you cannot provide any user inputs. You need to run the system again, which means another user can access the system. Here you need to add the task. Before adding the task, I need to print the task. No, there is no task. This task retrieved from this code. Under the print task, we are printing or hardcoding the task. That's why we are getting this task. If you want to add the task, you need to start from the beginning. And here morning prayer. I'm at morning prayer. And here you need to print the task. So I hope you'll understand the basic concept to create the to-do list with a task function, remote task, and print task. So let me meet in another video. Until you can refer many videos from our channel, different playlist. If you want to refer the Java basic programming from the beginning, you can get the videos from the Java programming playlist. If you want to watch the data science related video, you can find the Google Colab videos. And if you want the latest trending topic, that is the chat GPT, you can find from a playlist. And until while I'll uploading another video, please be with our channel and subscribe our channel. Thank you. Bye.